Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, and our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for LaMelo Ball.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Michael Porter's out there with Lucas. Then it's Ball, and it's Ball in at the two-guard spot. And for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Hero out there with Mitchell, and it's Powell in at the small forward. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
Now here's Powell. Mitchell kicks to Ware. Pass to Adebayo. Now Ware. Claxton covering. 3 on the clock. Ware, good. Ware's got the first basket of the game for the Heat.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Ball surveying the defense. Claxton trying to free himself up. Ball with the bucket.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Ball against Mitchell. Powell outside. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Lucas with the ball for Brooklyn. And how about this team? They've certainly impressed on the road this season, now up over 25 wins away from home. It's remarkable.
Well, give their coaching staff a lot of credit for preparing them to come into hostile environments and just totally silence the crowd. This team's character and how prepared they are makes them a nightmare matchup for anyone in our league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
And one of the true showmen in the league, LaMelo Ball is so much fun to watch. He can do anything with the rock and is always looking to make a highlight reel.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Claxton the pass the ball. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. LaMelo Ball, number 1. And, of course, Michael Porter.
And check that out. These two guys have settled into a tremendous rhythm here, scoring the basketball since the break.
Hero passes to Powell. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Lucas. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Lucas, 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Lucas.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Mitchell. The kick out to Adebayo. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside, Adebayo. To the middle. Here's Ware. Adebayo finds Ware. That's a 2 from Powell. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Porter with the steal. Ball against Mitchell. Baseline J on the way. Ball with the bucket. And it's all knotted up.
And if you're the D, you can't let Ball have that kind of room to shoot the basketball, especially from the mid-range area where he is proven to be so efficient.
Now here's Powell. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Ware up top. Claxton covering. There's Hero with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, when you look at Hero's numbers, this is a guy who shoots a good percentage from deep with a high volume.
The kick out to Ball. Shoots over Hero, and it's Ball that time on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 5 points so far. Miami with the ball. Pass to Hero. Fires for 3, and the Heat, another 3.
And Tyler Hero is always ready to let it fly. Locked and loaded.
Powell against Porter. Outside, Ball. Shoots over Powell. Claxton the pass to Lucas. Screened by Lucas. Ball kicks to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Drills it from outside.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now, Hero. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And here's Adebayo outside. Hands it from downtown.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
And great effort defensively from Ball, timing the rejection perfectly.
Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. Powell kicks to Hero. Shoots over Ball. Back to Powell. Rozier for 3. They get it back. Lets it go from deep, and it's Norman Powell with the 3. Powell's got 5 now.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Ball against Hero. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
LaMelo using that body control there, making a play off contact.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. The Miami Heat said Coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Well, I love that right there. Tyler Hero giving you a little attitude.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Nets. 7-point differential. Pass the ball. Lucas inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
And Lucas no good on that one. The Heat leading by 5. Rozier the pass to Pop. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nets have gone 6 or 10 from the field in this ballgame. Screen by Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Claxton with the steal. On up the court. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Claxton's got his second bucket.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Now, here's Rozier. 8 points his last outing. To the inside. Jaquez. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Nets making a switch here. Ani's checked in. Here's Ball. The kick out to Porter. Out to the right wing. Ball, no good. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Wiggins. That's tipped, and it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022, and the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
The first one falls. The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now, here's Ball. Pass the ball. From outside the arc. Good on the triple. Ball's got 10.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
Rozier against Ball. Now, here's Rozier. Defense right on him. With the step back. Ball against Rozier. Fires from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And the basket by Rozier.
Well, Rozier is just 6'1", but he plays the game with passion and toughness in the lane.
ball against Powell. Fade away. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Rozier kicks to Powell. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. Got a hand on it. And they recover it. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Wiseman comes in for Khalil Ware. And it's Tyler Hero in for Andrew Wiggins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment now to check out some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Wiggins is checked in for Powell. The Heat with the lead. Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Pass to Hawkhead. Wiggins outside. Here's Wiseman. Got a piece of it. And here is Ball. He's got 10. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and here comes Wiseman all alone. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Second, Michael Porter.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
That free throw good from Wiseman. Brooklyn making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Lucas. Howard comes in for Porter. And Martin subbed in for Ball. And both free throws good for Wiseman. Here's Ball. Pass to Martin. Shoots over Hero. Offensive rebound. Now Howard. Over Wiggins. Howard misses.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Well, it just shows you. You can do everything right and still come away empty-handed.
Bitadze the pass to Martin. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. It's tipped. Now Ball. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Here's Hero. Pass to Wiseman. With 1 on the clock. That's good on the jump shot. And the Heat lead by 4. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for Miami. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Well, they're taking care of the ball on one end of the floor and then forcing mistakes on the other.
Nets trailed by 4, shutting the floor for the Nets. They've got Martin, also Chris Paul out there. Howard is out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's Clowney in at the force move. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Hero from long range. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And these are exactly the looks that this team is working to get for Hero. They want him hunting down those threes anytime he wants.
It's blocked. Down low, here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Back to Paul. There's the triple. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
The Heat making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Howard. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. There's Bitadze, the 15-footer. Good. Bitadze's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Well, with his size and a soft touch to go with it, that's an easy bucket.
Hero, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Martin kicks to Paul. Back to Martin. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Martin's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
Hero from long range. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Paul for 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. On the wing, Mitchell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. This one for 3. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Howard against Wiggins. From deep. Howard, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for your defense.
Now he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Powell outside. And a wide open look for Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Hero's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
Take a break. Take a break. 2.
That's good from Bitadze. Batadze hits them both. The Heat trail by 3. Hawkins with the ball. Foul for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Ball outside. Batadze, a screen on Mitchell. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish. And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
There's the 3. And it's Paul missing. Miami's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And the dunk by Powell.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Now here's Paul. This game he had 10 points. He had a nice open look right there. Howard's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Get ready to get hyper, fans. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Bam Adebayo. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's averaging 19 points per game, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
A nice shot by Howard.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. On the wing, Hawkins. Adebayo with the screen on Paul. Yep, it counts. Hero's got 19 points.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Pass to Clowney. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Hawkins. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. And each year, Adebayo looks more and more comfortable shooting the ball off the catch. He's become a scoring threat from all over the floor.
Now, here's Ball. 10 points for him. Pass to Howard. Back to Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just good fundamental basketball from LaMelo. Sticking with his selection and forcing the defense there into a bad spot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Miami making a change here. Weissman's checked in. Ball hits them both. Miami trailing. Now here's Powell. He had 15 points last out. The kick out to Rozier. Misses the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass the ball. Shoots over Powell. They get the rebound. Claxton the pass to Lucas. Over Adebayo. No good off the back of the rim. And Miami shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. And the foul on Big Smooth. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And that is his third foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
Wiggins is checked in for James Wiseman. There's Wiggins, plenty of space. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball dishes to Lucas. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And another thing they've done well is attack the offensive glass. Whenever a shot goes up, they're very aggressive and physical getting after that basketball.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. Trailing by 4. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
When you turn great defense into easy offense, you are going to put yourself in a great position.
Now, here's ball. Norman Powell unable to get his last shot to go. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat.
One shot.
Free throw off from Ball. Claxton the pass to Lucas, and the shot goes in.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Nets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Lucas. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing. And I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Lucas. Mitchell outside. 5 on the clock.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Third team foul. Now at the line,
First free throw is good. Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Hero comes in for Terry Rozier. And Mitchell drops them both. Nets leading by 7. Deep 2 from Ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Tyler Hero picks one up.
And with all that LaMelo does on the floor, Ball is one of the most difficult guys to guard in the league.
That's good from Ball. The Heat making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Ball hits them both.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Now, here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Powell for 3, knocks down the 3-ball. Powell's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Ball sets a screen for Ball. Pass to Lucas. It's stolen. Ball against Mitchell. Here's Rozier. Wiggins passes to Ware. Over Porter. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And now just a 4-point Nets lead.
Well, he's mainly been a scorer throughout his career, but you like that Wiggins that time kept his head on a swivel.
Lucas, that's good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Mitchell finds Ware. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins.
Number 11, Jamie.
Jaquez against Lucas. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Rozier. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. Number 1, the Nets.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in blocks.
The Heat making a switch here. Fontecchio's checked in. Here's Ball. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Jaquez outside. Powell for 3. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Big Smooth. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Back to Powell. From the arc, he's clobbered. He'll get 3 shots at the line. That one on Porter.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Free throws.
And he's good on the second.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And he nails the third.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Wasted no time on that one. Porter's got 5 now.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there it is for him. And here is ball. Outside Porter, three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Porter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
The difference in this game is they're extending possessions.
Yeah, frustrating the opponent with second chance points. That can wear a team down physically and mentally.
And now it's time to bring up the Players of the Month in the NBA. Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the honors. But the bottom line is no one can match up with him. He's just too big and too skilled.
And you see that? He's using my move on the block, the Black Tornado.
What move is that? You going in circles?
Okay, stand up. I'll show you.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Tyler Hero.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. The post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Powell in at the 3. Lucas, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Powell.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Adebayo against Lucas. Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Porter. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Miami is shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Ball. Powell. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 5 assists tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
The Heat trail by 5. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Here is Porter after the basket by Davion Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. And they get it back. Stolen by Mitchell. At the elbow, Hero. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball, he's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. On the wing, Porter. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 11 points.
Elite from the corner. Porter Jr. shoots a much better percentage from this spot.
Powell outside. Stolen by Ball. There's Porter with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists now in the game. The Heat trail by 9. Outside, Hero. Pass to Ware. Now Mitchell. For 3. And Tyler Hero hits from deep. Hero's got 22.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
It's time to get down with your mascot. Let's groove. Give it up for your dancing machine mascot, Bernie.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Paxton a screen on Mitchell. Ball kicks to Porter. Shoots over Powell. Again, the Nets for 2.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Adebayo with a screen on Porter. The kick out to Adebayo. Mitchell right side. Back to Adebayo. Clock at 4. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Lucas.
And hard work on the glass once again, guys. And they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Adebayo, high post. He's against Lucas. Here's Hero. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 8. Lucas up top. And Adebayo sends it back.
Adebayo with a tremendous wingspan right there, showing you what a lockdown defender looks like.
There's Hero with the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Lucas has got 8 rebounds in this game. And he drives in. The shot's good. Lucas has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
To the paint. Tipped away. Porter with the steal. Here's Ball. Got it. Good job in the low post. Ball's got 20 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
Now, here's Ball. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo. It's picked off. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
That one goes in. And the Nets lead by 14.
Trying to contest size is probably wishful thinking.
Outside, Hero. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Ball. Mitchell kicks to Powell. Stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And with that burst, you can count on LaMelo being the first up the court on the break. He won't miss a chance to get out and run.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Let's go, Heat fans. Give it up for your Heat Hype Squad.
Rozier, who's checked in for Miami. And then for Brooklyn, Ami's checked in, and it's Howard in for Ball. Nets on defense. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. There's Hero with the three. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Paul against Rozier. Rozier with the steal. Over Claxton. Out to Powell. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
That came out of nowhere. Adebayo with the highlight reel dunk.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Nets leading by 11. Ball outside. Latrey, and he's good on the 3-ball. Paul's got 8.
And look at Paul's focus. He is completely locked in on his shot.
Adebayo passes to Hero. Powell feeling it out a bit. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Paul against Rozier. Paul kicks to Porter. Back to Paul. The Nets working the ball around now. Powell with the steal.
Next foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Paul against Rozier. Takes it inside. Powell, no one around him. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Porter against Rozier. Now here's Porter. Got a lot of room. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Khalil Ware. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Norman Powell. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. The kick out to Adebayo. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Adebayo's got 10 points in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Paul. He's got 8. Pass to Clowney. Now Porter. 4 on the clock. Over Wiggins. Here's Claxton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Claxton's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rozier for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. So Timmy's listed at 6'1". Terry Rozier, though, plays bigger, wouldn't you say?
Well, no doubt about it, Kevin. He's athletic, and he's very tough. When his shot is falling, he can be difficult to stop. Well, that's an easy opportunity for Wiggins, who runs the floor so well.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for your defense.
And the Heat making a change here. Weissman's checked in. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Nets. Martin comes in for Michael Porter. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here is Paul. 8 points for him. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. In third, the Nets.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Rozier the pass to Wiseman, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Now at the line, Rozier the third.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, Terry Rozier has a lot of confidence as a scorer, and he uses his quickness to create a dynamic for his offense that's tough to counter defensively.
Now, here's Rozier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Hackett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wiseman. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Howard. Here's Bitadze. Here's Clowney. 7 points in the game. And Wiseman sends it back. Down low. Here's Hero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hero's got 29 in the game.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Paul with the 3. The shot misses.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Howard, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Paul outside. And it's Bitadze in the corner. Here's Clowney. From outside, off the mark. Outside Howard. Connects from three-point range. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Nets. Martin is out there with Paul. Then it's Bitadze. Then there's Howard. And it's Clowney in at the 4 slot. Nets leading by 13. Bitadze is screen on Mitchell. Paul passes to Bitadze. And he goes right over James Wiseman and slams it in.
And in terms of controlling a game, Chris Paul is as good as anyone I've ever seen do it.
Pass to Powell. Takes the 13-footer. Chalk up 2 there. Powell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, if he's going to be covered like that, he has to continue to take that shot.
Mitchell against Paul. To the inside.
Oh, that was amazing! Oh, my goodness!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Mitchell. After the basket by Brooklyn. Out to Powell. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Nets leading by 12. Paul outside, puts it up, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And it's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Wiseman sets a screen for Powell over Howard. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 34 points.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Clowney, good.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now here's Powell. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to Martin. Batadze is screen on Rozier. Martin the pass to Batadze. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Batadze's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Mitchell wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Clowney. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. For three, Mitchell hits the three-point bomb. Mitchell's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Heat.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Paul kicks to Martin. To the left side wing. Batadze inside. He's covered by Wiseman. The shot's good from Batadze.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the paint. Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Bounce pass from Paul. Howard finds Batadze. Rebound by the Heat. And here's the fast break.
And the sheer size of Wiseman is hard to deal with inside, forcing the defense to compromise with the foul.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A different look for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And Hero subbed in for Terry Rozier. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
And Allie, thanks so much. Khalil Ware's checked in for Powell. And he makes both free throws.
And this is the pattern we typically see from this team as a whole, creating chances at the line and converting them.
Now, here's Ball. Outside, Porter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. Mitchell outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Claxton with the steal. Porter with it. Pass to Claxton. To the wing right side. Lucas looking for an opening. Shoots over Ware. Here's Ball. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Just sticking with it there. Ball's rebounding is so important to this team.
Hero sends the pin for Mitchell. Hero on the wing. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's now his 4th turnover. He's just been too careless with the basketball.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Powell, he's checked in for the Heat. Terry Rozier comes in for Davion Mitchell. Nets leading by 16. Lucas, a screen on Rozier to the middle. Lucas, that's good. 20 points for Big Smooth.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Powell outside. Back to Hero.
Get there.
Powell outside. 6 to shoot. They need this. The kick out to Rozier. Here's Adebayo. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on Nick Claxton.
Well, when you look at the footwork and the physicality, Adebayo is a challenging matchup defensively.
No good on that one. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Heat. And he sinks the second.
Well, you know, in addition to his scoring ability, Bam has shown you he's just an all-around threat. He'll rebound, defend, and make plays for other guys.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Now here's Powell. Back to Mitchell, and stolen by Lucas. And Porter, here we go. Yep, that one goes. Porter's got 13 points in the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mitchell against Ball. Ware kicks to Mitchell. Here's Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. 31 points for Tyler Hero.
Well, he typically gets about 20 a night, so this is a big-time performance by Tyler Hero.
Ball from long range. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, he hasn't had to carry the entire load tonight, but he can always flip that switch.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. Powell outside. Hero from long range. Nailed from three-point land. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Claxton a screen on Hero. He gets that one. Ball's got 28 points for the game.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Pass to Powell. The 3. And the Heat, another 3.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you. What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Mitchell passes to Ware. Claxton with the steal. That's tipped. It's stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 20. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Powell. Porter, no luck. And for the Heat, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. The kick out to Adebayo. Launches a three. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Lucas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And it's now 23 points for Big Smooth.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Mitchell passes to Powell. The shake. And it's in there. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Rozier, the rebound by LaMelo Ball. Brooklyn leading by 21.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a three-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
He impacted the game in a multitude of ways. Anytime they needed a big play, no matter what it was, he came through.
.119 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Demon over Mitchell. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Demon's got his first points of the night.
That was a big one. You can hear it. And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
Here's Demon. Stolen by Mitchell. And now, Adebayo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Hero. Blocked again. They retain possession. Puts up a three. Good. Brooklyn in control. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he does not hit. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Knocks down the three. so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.